and welcome to the new episode of our English class. In the previous classes, we studied the 5th chapter of our English text, The Foolish Brahmin. And I hope all of you read the text so many times and you are thorough with the meaning of the text. Today we are going to do the comprehensive work from the text. Comprehension from the text. The first segment is vocabulary ladder. The first segment is vocabulary ladder. All of you take your text, page number 40. To keep a pencil with you. First word rational. R-A-T-I-O-N-A-L. Rational meaning based on reason. Rational. What is the meaning of rational? Based on reason. Rational means based on reason. Second one, consequences. Consequences. Spelling C-O-N-S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E-S. Consequences means outcome or result. The result of our action, that is consequences. Result, consequences. C-O-N-S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E, consequence. Next word, hither and thither. That is an old English usage. Nowadays it is not used. Nowadays the used word are here and there. Hither and thither means here and there. Here and there. Then next word, crooks. Crooks, C-R-O-O-K-S. Crooks means outlaws. Outlaws means wicked people. That means the people who are not obeying the laws of the country. Outlaws, the people who are not obeying the laws of the country, rules of the country. The next word, ceremonies. C-E-R-E-M-O-N-I-E-S. Ceremonies. What is the meaning of ceremonies? Formal occasions. Ceremonies means festive occasions or formal occasions. Birthday ceremony, anniversary ceremony, ceremonies in our temple, pujas. Deceive. Next word is deceive. D-E-C-E-I-V-E. Don't make any mistake with the spelling. D-E-C-E-I-V-E. Deceive means cause someone to believe something that is not true. Cheat. That means when you encourage others to believe something that is not true, that is deceiving, cheating, deceiving, cheating. When you see a god, you are saying that it is not a god, it is a dog. That means we are trying to believe that something that is not real. We are trying to make others believe something that is not real. That is deceiving, the act of deceiving, cheating. Next word, uneasy. U-N-E-A-S-Y. Uneasy means tensed, uncomfortable. When we feel uncomfortable, that means we are in an uneasy mood. We are in an uneasy mood. Next word is absurd. A-B-S-U-R-D. Absurd means ridiculous. What is the meaning of absurd? Ridiculous or funny. Okay. Let us have a look at the words once again. Rational, based on reason. Consequence, outcome or result. Hither and thither, here and there. Crooks, outlaws. Ceremonies, formal occasions. Deceive, cause someone to believe something that is not true, that is cheating. Uneasy, tense, uncomfortable. Absurd, ridiculous. Okay. Then next segment is sentence making. First word, hither and thither. You look at the board. Sentence making. First one. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E. Sentence making. M-A-K-I-N-G. Sentence making. The first word is hither and thither. H-I-T-H-E-R. Hither and thither. T-H-I-T-H-E-R. Hither and thither. What is the meaning of hither and thither? Here and there. Hither and thither means here and there. Don't throw waste hither and thither. Don't. The sentence you write with your pencils. Don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. It is an abbreviated form of do not. Do not is written as don't. Throw. T-H-R-O-W. Don't throw waste. W-A-S-T-E. Waste. Hither and thither. H-I-T-H-E-R. Hither and you read this sentence? Don't throw waste here and there. That is hither and thither. Don't throw waste hither and thither. That is the sentence made by the words hither and thither. Next word is ceremonies. CEREMONIES. This is the word ceremonies. 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 What is the meaning of ceremonies? Ceremonies, formal occasions. Marriage ceremonies are very pleasant to watch. Marriage ceremonies are MARRIAGE. Marriage. Each and every caste has its own marriage functions and its own marriage ceremonies. The Christians' marriage ceremonies are entirely different from that of the Hindus. The Muslims' marriage ceremonies are also entirely different from that of the Hindus and Muslims. Marriage ceremonies, CEREMONIES ceremonies are very pleasant to watch. Are very pleasant. Very pleasant. PLEASANT. Pleasant to watch. To watch. WATCH. Marriage ceremonies are very pleasant to watch. What is the Malayalam meaning of that one? വിവാഹ ചടങ്ങുകളൊക്കെ കാണാൻ ഭയങ്കര നല്ലതാണ്, നല്ല സന്തോഷമാണ്, നമുക്ക് നന്നായിട്ടിരുന്ന് കാണാം വിവാഹ ചടങ്ങുകൾ. Marriage ceremonies are very pleasant to watch. The next word is consequence. Consequence. Third one. Which is the third word? Consequence. Spelling CONSEQUENCES. 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 Consequences means results. Consequences, results. Think about the consequences before taking a decision. Think about the consequences. Sentence. Think about. Think about the consequences. Think about the consequences. 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 Think about the consequences. CONSEQUENCES. Consequences before taking an decision. Before taking a decision. BEFORE. Before taking. TAKING. Taking a decision. Before taking a decision. DECISION. Before taking a decision. These are the three words given for making a sentence. Look here. Hither and thither. Don't throw waste hither and thither. Next one, ceremonies. Spelling CEREMONIES. Ceremonies. Marriage ceremonies are very pleasant to watch. Next word, consequences. Spelling CONSEQUENCES. Consequences means result. Think about the consequences before taking a decision. Before taking a decision, you think twice and think about the consequences. What will be the results if I take this decision? What will be the opinion of others, or what will be the result? Okay, is it clear? I hope all of you finished writing. The next one, tick the correct answer. Page number 41. You take the text, page number 41. Tick the correct answer. Look at the text. First one, Gorakhnath went to the village to dash. Which is the correct option? Two options are given in the text. First one, dance at the ceremony. Second one, perform religious ceremony. Which one is correct? Which option is correct? The second option is correct. You put a tick mark in the second option. Using your pencil, you put a tick mark in the second option. Then the sentence will become, Goraknath went to the village to perform religious ceremony. Which sentence is correct? Goraknath went to the village to perform religious ceremony. Okay, the next one. The men who saw him with the goat wanted the goat or teased him for fun. Which option is correct? First option is correct. You put a tick mark near the first option. Then the sentence will become, the men who saw him with the goat wanted the goat. Then the sentence become, the men who saw him with the goat wanted the goat. Next third sentence, the three crooks got away with their plan. First option, because Goraknath was foolish and he believed all three of them. Second option, because Goraknath was blind. Which one is correct? The first option was correct. Because Goraknath was foolish and he believed all three of them. Goraknath was a person who is not believing in himself, he is believing in others. Goraknath is a person who is believing in others more than in himself. That is, so he is said to be a foolish man. That is why he is said to be a foolish man. Okay. I will read the three sentences once more. You please listen to the text. Goraknath went to the village to perform religious ceremony. Second one, the men who saw him with the goat wanted the goat. Third one, the three crooks got away with their plan because Goraknath was foolish and he believed all three of them. Is it clear? Yes. Next segment C. Comprehension C. Read the following quotes and tell who said it to whom. There are three quotes given in the text. Quote means the words said by somebody is called quotation. Quote, that is put in quotation marks. Here, three quotes are given in the text and you read the quotes and find out who said these words to whom. First one, what lovely meal it would make. Who said these words? Take a text. What lovely meat it would make. Who said these words? The first group said these words to the other two people. The first group is right in the text. First one. The first group, the first F-I-R-S-T, first group, C-R-O-O-K, group, said these words, S-A-I-D, said these words. The first group said these words. Said these words to the other groups. To the other groups. C-R-O-O-K-S. How many groups are there? Three groups are there, and these words are said by the first group to the other groups. Listen here. The first group said these words to the other groups. Okay, is it clear? Next quotation. If people see you, they will not give you work. Who said these words? If people see you, they will not give you work. Who said these words? Who said these words? The first group said these words to the Brahmin. Second one. The first group, F-I-R-S-T, first group said these words, these words to the Brahmin. What is the name of the Brahmin? Goraknath. Said the words to Goraknath. G-O-R-A-K-H-N-A-T-H. Goraknath. G-O-R-A-K-H-N-A-T-H. Goraknath. The first group said these words to Goraknath. Is it clear? Do you finish writing? I hope all of you have written. Then next one. Third quotation. It is a live goat, you fool. It is a live goat, you fool. Who said these words? Who said these words? Goraknath said these words to the second group. Third one. Listen here. Goraknath. 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 Spelling Goraknath. Goraknath said these words. SAID. Said these words to the second group. Said these words to the second SCCOND. Second group. Goraknath said these words to the second group. First one, the first group said these words to the other groups. Second one, the first group said these words to Goraknath. Third one, Goraknath said these words to the second group. Is it clear? Do you finish writing? Then the next segment. Read the context from the chapter and tick or cross. Correct the sentence they are wrong. There are 5 sentences given in the text, page number 42. You take page number 42 and read the first sentence. Goraknath was presented with a dog. Is it correct? No. Goraknath was presented with a goat. Then you cross out, that means put a cross mark near the first sentence. Put a cross mark, into mark near the first sentence. Then next one, the first group called the goat a dog. It is a correct statement. The first group called the goat a dog. Then you put a tick mark near the second sentence. You put a tick mark. Next sentence, the second group called the goat a dead calf. It is also a correct one. Then you put a tick mark. Then the third one, fourth one, Goraknath left his goat and ran away. It is also a correct statement. So put a tick mark. Then next one, the 3 crooks killed the goat. It is a wrong statement. The 3 crooks did not kill the goat. Then put a cross mark in the fifth one. Okay. First one cross mark, second one tick mark, third one tick mark, fourth one tick mark, then fifth one cross mark. Then next one, write the correct sentences in the following lines. That means 2 statements are written as wrong. 2 statements are wrong and 3 statements are right. So you correct the 2 wrong statements and write in the line. Which is the first wrong statement? First one. Goraknath was presented with a dog. It is a wrong statement. And which is the right statement? Goraknath was, right in the first line. Goraknath was Goraknath. Goraknath was presented, presented, presented with a goat. That is the correct statement. With a goat. Goat. Goraknath was presented with a goat. That is the correct statement. Goraknath was presented with a goat. Okay. Which is the next wrong statement? Fifth one. The 3 crooks killed the goat. Let us make it a correct one. The 3 crooks. Third sentence. You put third. Sorry, 2. The 3 crooks. The 3 crooks did not kill the goat. Did not kill the goat. The 3 crooks did not kill the goat. Okay, is it clear? Then next segment, enact the story. Enact means role play. That means you take the role of Goraknath. If the school is open, working, we can do it in the class. Now we cannot do it because it is enacting means role play. One student take the role of Gorakhnath, take the role of Gorakhnath. Then the other three students come and take the role of the first group, second group, and the third group. Then we can enact the play in the class. Gorakhnath, oh, I am so happy today. This God shall now provide milk for the family. The three groups hiding. There goes a Brahmin with a goat on his shoulder. We must plan to do something to get this goat. Like this, the first group is saying, I have a thought of a plan, listen, and he is explaining his plan that we can do when the school opens. Okay, then next is letter writing. Letter writing. Next segment is letter writing. Letter writing. There are two types of letters. Do you know which are the two types of letters? Two types of letters are formal letters and informal letters. Formal letters and informal letters. Formal letters, the letters we are writing to an authority. The letters we are writing to an authority or an official. That is formal letter for making a road fulfilled and or we are giving a leave letter to the office or taking a leave for 2 or 3 days. That are all called formal letters. And the informal letters, the letters we write to our friends and relatives are called informal letters. Formal letters and informal letters. Two types of letters. Which are the two types of letters? Formal letters and informal letters. Here, you suppose you are Gorakhnath. That means you suppose you are Gorakhnath and write a letter to your father in the village telling him about the weird incident in the forest. There are some incident in the forest and when he comes from the other village with a goat on his shoulder, what happened? Three groups approached him and said that they approached him independently and one of them said that it is not a goat, it is a dirty dog, and the second group said that it is not a goat, it is a dead calf, and the third group said that it is not a goat, it is a donkey. And at last Gorakhnath came to a confusion and he don't know what have to do, so he put the goat there, left the goat there and ran away with his life. That incident, you think that you are Gorakhnath and you are describing this incident to your father in the village. You are describing this incident to your father in the village. You write a letter to your father. What kind of a letter is it? If you are writing a letter to your father, what kind of a letter should it be? It should be an informal letter. The letter we are writing to our friends and relatives are called informal letters. Informal letters. Here we have to format an informal letter. Then there is a format for the informal letter. Which is the format? First use write sender's address. That means the person who are writing the letter is the sender. The person who are writing the letter is the sender. If you are writing the letter, you write your address as the first one. Your address, sender's address. SENDERS, senders, ADDRESS, senders address. If one of your name is Agya, if Agya is writing the letter, you can write Agya. You can write your own name and your address. Sri Nilayam, Idaman PO. If Fagya is writing the letter, she can write Fagya, Sri Nilayam, Idaman PO. That is the sender's address. Then date. Second one is date. Sender's address. Then which is the second one? Date. You have to write the date here. If you are writing the letter today, you have to write 5/11/2020. 5/11/2020. Then salutation. Salutation means അഭിസംബോധന ചെയ്യുക. സല്യൂട്ടേഷൻ SALUTATION salutation, that is dear father or respected father. Nowadays we are calling father dear father. Dear father, or here the text is given as respected father. RESPECTED, respected father, FATHER, respected father. Then body of the letter. Body of the letter means the things we have to say, we want to say, we can write the things we want to write. That is body of the letter. That I will write a letter drafting this one and send it to you in the WhatsApp. Okay. Then the format of the letter. Next one, body of the letter. That we can write later. Then which is the last one? Greetings and signature. Greetings. Greetings. When we greetings and signature sign. That means when we conclude our letter, we have to greet our father, yours lovingly. In Malayalam, we have to write Snehapurvam. Like that, here, yours lovingly, Gorakhnath. Who is writing the letter here? Gorakhnath. Suppose you are Gorakhnath and write a letter describing the incident. Okay. Then next segment is grammar. Next segment is grammar. We have to study some grammar topic, that is adverb. What is the grammar topic we have studied in this chapter? Adverb. 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 What is adverb? Do you know what is an adverb? Adverb is an action verb. An adverb is an action verb. An adverb adds something more to the meaning of the verb. There are 8 parts of speech, and from that one, noun, pronoun, then adjective, verb, adverb, then punctuation. The last one is noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective. Then there are 3 other segments also that you later study in your English. And now we are going to study adverb. Adverb is a word that adds something to the meaning of the verb. That means add something, that means stress the or describe the verb. Here the mother speaks softly to everyone. Mother, example. When you come across with some examples, you can understand it easily. Mother speak softly. Which is the verb here? Which is the verb? Speaks. Mother speaks. It is the verb. How does she speak? How does she speak? Softly. That is the adverb. That adverb add more to the verb. That is the adverb. In Malayalam, it is said that Kriya Visheshanam. Adverb. Kriya Visheshanam. Mother speaks softly. The verb is speaks. Then how does she speak? Softly. She speaks softly. That is adverb. This one is called adverb. In the second sentence, we walk on the footpath. Where do we walk? Footpath. Where do we walk? Footpath. That is also an adverb. Then next one, I come back from school at 3 o'clock. When did you come back from the school? When did you come back from the school? At 3 o'clock. That is also an adverb. Then my parents go to the temple every day. Every day. How often? That means when do you go to temple? How often? Etra pravisham. How often? It is adverb is classified into many categories. Adverb is classified into many categories. Which are the categories? Adverb of time. Adverb of time. Then adverb of manner. Then adverb of place. Then adverb of frequency. 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 There are 4 types of adverbs. How many types of adverbs are there? 4 types of adverb. That is adverb of time. When we ask the question, when we get the answer of adverb of time. When we ask the question when, that action took place at what time? That is when, adverb of time. Then adverb of manner. How did the action take place? How? Then adverb of place. Where? Then adverb of frequency. How often? Adverb of frequency. When we ask the question how often, we get the answer of adverb of frequency. Okay. Which are the 4 types of adverbs? Adverb of time, adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of frequency. These are the 4 types of adverbs. How adverbs are, when we ask the question how, it is related with the adverb of manner and the examples. Swiftly, slowly. The camel runs fast. The camel is running fastly. That is fast. How did the camel run? Then we get the answer fastly. That is an adverb of manner. Here the mother speaks softly. How does the mother speak? The mother speaks softly. Then the question is how, and it is described as the adverb of manner. Swiftly, so slowly, fast, clearly, etc. Then second one, adverb of place. That is when we ask the question where. Where do you go? In the park, here, there, outside, up. That means when we ask the question where, we get the answer of adverb of place. Then when we ask the question when, how, when did the action took place? When did the action took place? In the morning, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, now, then, etc. Okay, then adverb of frequency. How often? That means etra pravishyam. Etra pravishyam. How often? That means often. Never. Seldom. Rarely. Seldom, rare. These are adverb of frequency. Okay. Then ask the questions how, when, where, how often to get adverbs. Underline the adverbs. What question would you ask? Write your answers in the column. Okay. Nimish had wanted to come early. At the first line you have to write you take a pencil and write. First line, Nimish had wanted to come early. When we ask the question when, we get the answer. Then adverb of time. In the first line you write when, question, title. This you not write in the text. In the text there is a written. Question, adverb title. Adverb title. There are 2 dashes. To write when, then it is adverb of time. T-I-M-E. Okay. Then second line, to office. Where did he go? To office. Then the question is where? Adverb of place. P-L-A-C-E. Place. You write now itself. Okay. The next one, let now. When? Time. The question is when. It is adverb of time. T-I-M-E. Then fourth one, be angry as usual. As usual means regularly. That is as usual, regularly. How often? As usual. How? Be angry. His boss would be angry as usual. Usually he is angry. That is how? Question, how? Manner. Manner. How? Manner. Then second one, Anjali had lost her book today. When? Question is when. Adverb type is Time. Time. Next one, she looked for it in her bag. Where? Place. Question is where? Adverb type place. Adverb of place. The next one, look here, said her mother. Where? Place. Where? Place. Place. Next one, you always lose your things. How often? Frequency. How often? Question is how often? O-F-T-E-N. It is written as often but pronounced as often. Frequency. F-R-E-Q-U-E-N-C-Y. Frequency. Then next one, I will now keep them. When? Time. When? Time. Last one, carefully. How? Manner. H-O-W. How? Manner. M-A-N-N-E-R. Manner. Okay. The first one, when, time, where, place, when, time, how, manner, when, time, where, place, how often, frequency, when, time, how, manner. Okay, is it clear? Then subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. Next segment is subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. A-G-R-E-E-M-E-N-D. That means if the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. That is said to be subject verb agreement. The verb always complement the noun. The verb always complement the noun, whether singular or plural. If the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. That is the rule. And if the verb is plural, subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. The girl buys a book. The girls buy a book. There is another thing to remember. When the chair is a noun, bag is a noun, then walk is a verb, run is a verb. Okay. When we add yes to a noun, chairs, bags, it will become plural. Then that is a very important thing you have to remember. When we add yes to a noun, it became plural. It became plural. When we add yes to a noun, yes or yes to a noun, it became plural. But when we add yes or other letters to the verb, it became singular. That is the difference. When we add yes or es to the noun, it became plural. And when we add yes or es to the verb, it became singular. Here, the girl is a singular noun. There is only one girl. So, we use the singular verb buys. The girls, then more than one means plural. The subject is plural. Then we use the singular verb buy. Like here that we have to fill in the blanks with the correct option. He dash play or plays cricket. Which one is correct? He is a singular subject. So we use plays. In the first sentence we use plays. P-L-A-Y-S. He is a singular noun. So we have to use the singular verb. He plays. Then my mother. It is singular. Watches. My mother watches. Second one. W-A-T-C-H-E-S. Watches. My mother watches. Then third one. My friend always dash. My friend. It is singular. Always helps. H-E-L-P-S. Helps. Singular. My friend helps. Then next one. We. Fourth one. Mr. Mohan seldom a singular subject. So we use comes. C-O-M-E-S. C-O-M-E-S. Comes. Fifth one, we. We is what kind of a subject is we? We is a plural subject. We is a plural subject. So we use dress. We dress neatly. D-R-E-S-S. Dress. We dress neatly. Okay. Then I value life segment. I listen to all, but use my brain. God has trained us to know the good from the bad. Now it is for me to understand. That means when you listen to all, you try to listen to all. You hear what the others can say, but don't act upon them. You think yourself and act on your wishes, and you think on yourself. And in activity corner, look at the two pictures given below and find the 6 differences. There are 6 differences in these 2 pictures. You spot the differences. That is a task given to you. It is an assignment for you. Okay, answer is given here. You put the text upside down and then you put the text upside down. Here you can find the answers are written in upside down position. You take the text clearly, then you can see the picture and put the text upside down. Then you can find the answers here and spot the differences. Okay. Then this is the end of this chapter and today it will be enough. Let us wind up the class. Thank you.